Welcome back to Lifestyle. Well, you know, we always talk about great experiences here. We talk about the resources to create them. And at our house, when we watch a movie, well, my husband likes, you know, some sound and subwoofers. And whenever we dance in his studio to music, we like it loud, like where it blows your hair back. But I tell you what we don't like. We don't like to see all those gadgets. We like them hidden. And my next guest will show us exactly how to do it. But first, take a look at this. This will explain exactly what he does.
What used to be called home automation, we'd like to call pure control. Just seemed like common sense. Implement your custom Pure Control solution into your home and business today. Absolute AV Consulting.
Well, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. Richard Friesen of Absolute AV, that was a brilliant, because that really tells the viewers what exactly you do. But in your own words, what do? You just got back from Florida, too.
Yes, I did. I had just a great time with a client there. Taking care of some of their needs. Actually, we've grown together through the years, and just really had a great time. Not only just coming up with some new solutions for some upgrades and for just some improvements.
Now, you told me that you stayed at their house till almost 11 o'clock. Now, what are you doing? Are you listening to things? Are you trying to decide where to place some of these components? Man, you must love your job to stay there at 11 o'clock.
Well, that's true. I really do love my job, but I like to listen a lot because making sure that the client is the one that's important. What I want is just basically to make sure they get what they need,
right,
and what they want. So there's a lot of listening, there's a lot of learning, and then there's a lot of exploring and walking through saying, well, what if we did something here? Well, no, that wouldn't work because of this, so let's look at other alternatives. So it was a lot of poking and prodding and learning, and then coming up with a great solution.
And this is, were you doing more of the audio? I mean, were you creating like a theater room, or what kind of technology were you installing?
It was enhancing their existing media room that we did a few years ago.
Okay, so you will come in and kind of piggyback on what's been done before sometimes? Will you tie into that, or mainly just what you do? If
it's possible and usable, absolutely we'll utilize whatever is there.
Okay, so you don't have to just get rid of all of your components and start over. Sometimes that will be necessary, right? Because I know that there's a certain value system where one application has to be, it's precept on precept, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, that is absolutely true. And it's sometimes you have to just start over from scratch. Other times it is really great to just build with what you have.
Okay, great. Well, what we're talking about today is one of the designers love this, is where we're hiding technology, a little hide and go seek. So take a look at these pictures and see if you can find, well, first tell us what this is, video displays in the wall.
Yes, well, it starts off, upper left looks like a painting, just a framed piece of art. Mm-hmm. And actually it pops out and spins, and then it shows you at the bottom that's actually a video display.
Oh, wow. That's a good way to hide it. And here, this is actually a frame. We saw a frame just a little earlier when Talina was here. This is a frame, and I like the frame itself because it looks like a piece of art.
Yes. Yes, you can, playing hide and seek with video displays is a lot of fun. You can use mirrors, you can use paintings, actually roll-up paintings, that type of thing. The mirrors are very specialized in what they're really good for. You have to watch reflection and some other things, but it is a great and awesome way to hide the display.
So this is actually in the mirror, the one that we just saw before. That was in the mirror, and that would be placed above your head. So if you're, say you're getting dressed, I mean, you're looking at the portion below.
Yes, you can place it anywhere that makes sense in the room and for you. And when it's turned off, it's just a mirror.
Really? So it just, and it doesn't leave an impression, kind of like, you know, if you leave your computer on a certain image for too long?
Right. No. No.
It just goes completely off.
It just goes away.
Oh, I like that. Okay, let's see what else we can hide.
And as I mentioned before, artwork, that's a favorite. Paintings that roll up.
Now, do you download these as like a JPEG? Can you put your own favorite art in there, or is this you get to choose the art?
You can, depending on what series and what you do, you can actually choose art. If you had a favorite photograph, we can actually digitize it and stick it on, or a family portrait, for example.
Okay.
And there's a huge library of selections of art that you can pick from as well.
Wow. Okay, so motorized lifts. Oh, I love these. Now, I've seen these at the ends of beds and different ways that you can use these in the footboard, and then suddenly, you know, it disappears and it's hidden, but it's motorized.
It is. It is. Motorized pop-up computer displays. That's what the one is in a kitchen. Great to pop things up. That's a motorized lift that when it's off, it's up in the ceiling. It kind of has to have the little highlight there so you can tell what it is.
Right.
Then when you turn the TV in, it actually just folds out from the ceiling.
Oh, that's a great way to hide it. So, I mean, how much space do you have to have up above to be able to, you know, hide that? Do you need like 12 inches, or what's kind of the spec? 8
to 12 inches is the minimum. Like always, more is better, but you know, we can make a lot of things work, especially with thin TVs anymore. It's a lot easier.
Is that actually on? So that's actually a screen, or was that a TV that actually moves?
It's actually a television, just a plasma, or in today's world, an LED TV.
Wow.
That's just mounted and moves.
Okay, next time you come, you have to bring a video, because I need to see that in action. I don't have one of those, and I like that.
Well, we can do that. We'll do that.
Okay, we have some more hides. Okay, hiding projectors.
Yes, the projector and the screen. Drop-down screens have been around for a lot of years. And most people hide the screen, and then you have this big, ugly projector sitting up on the ceiling.
Right.
And in this illustration, the projector actually drops down out of the ceiling when you turn it on. So it's in the right spot, screen's on. When you're done, it retracts up into the ceiling and just becomes part of the ceiling.
And I really like this when you're hiding speakers, because it's been faux finished to match. Now, we actually did this in our kitchen, so you can actually paint those grids, and it's okay. It doesn't, I mean, we did it, and it didn't seem to, you know, harm the sound.
Right. Given the right paint, the right application, yes, you can absolutely treat them in most any way that makes sense.
Now, I think we would have to say, going back to that, that you do need to be careful, because if my husband was telling me, if we fill in all the holes,
you
then
lose the sound.
How will the sound get out? I mean, it looks great. Hey, we can't see it and we can't hear it. That wouldn't be good either. So make sure, you got to make sure you do those type of things right?
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Okay, now what is this guy doing?
This is a pretty fun setup, in that the speaker is actually part of the wall. It's showing the assembly steps, and you're actually putting a coat of top coat of drywall mud across the top, and then you can wallpaper, you can paint, you can do whatever over the top of it, and I would defy you at that point to then find the speaker, because you won't.
Well, now wait a minute. But if you cover it all up, how would you still be able to hear out of it?
It's a transducer, fancy $20 word for another technology in how you transmit sound, and it just becomes part of the wall. It actually uses some of the wall surface to resonate for it. Now, the only thing you do have to keep track of is where you put them. Because we've had a couple of clients decide to hang paintings and things and forgot where they were. And
oh no! And then you pound the nail right into the speaker.
And then you can no longer hear it.
Yeah, then that's going to mess it up. Well, you know what I like about this too? We have to say that, I mean, this is going to help you with security as well, because who is going to take your components? They can't find them.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right.
Oh,
it's high security.
Yeah, high security. There you go. Okay, and of course, these are great ways to camouflage, right?
Yes, absolutely. You can planters, both freestanding and terracotta. Around our pool, we have actual terracotta pots, very similar to what was patinaed in the earlier segment.
Now, where is the speaker inside that terracotta pot? I mean,
It's actually in the bottom.
It's in the bottom, and so you can still hear. I mean, I'm sure the plant loves it because I understand that plants like that vibration. So
yeah, we have a lot of rock and roll flowers around our place. We do.
They grow really well, don't they?
They do. Another way is in a traditional media room or theater. You can see what it looks like with the panels off on the left, and on the right you see what it looks like when everything is back into place.
Okay, so that is actually a panel with fabric on it.
Yes.
But that is a special fabric that allows the sound.
That's correct.
Yeah,
It's an acoustically transparent fabric.
Oh, I really like that. Oh, and I like this blended. What is hidden there on the left? Because I can't even tell what that is.
It's a fabric panel with speakers behind it.
Oh, that has the speakers. Oh, I like that. And then there's another one hidden.
That's
okay,
right.
now, what is this? Hiding controls, integration.
Well, everybody knows that one of the designer's favorite things is 8 light switches and a thermostat and security keypad all together in one place.
We love it when the builders put that right on your focal wall when you walk in the door.
Yeah,
that's what we love. No, we're teasing everybody.
Yes,
that's what we don't like, right?
Exactly. And through integrating, we can take all of those various functions and you can control it with either a well-done keypad or a touch panel in the wall, to where you have one thing that controls the room temperature and the audio and the security and all of those types of things.
The integration. And I've learned too that it's really important. I've actually heard that people are getting like too many apps and too many controls and and it causes a problem because you can't operate it. And what you're talking about is integrating all of that in one. You know what, for me, that would be incredible because I just want one. I'm even suffering from 2 controls in my kitchen. My husband got me a little TV, and I'm like, why does this one control this and this? I had to write it in a pen on the bottom. See, I really need your help.
Yeah. Love to help, but we can give you just one button to push.
That's what I like.
So
and we can simplify.
Absolutely, simplify. Because in the old days, we used to have a whole coffee table full of remotes. In today's world, now you have a phone that's filled up with apps. And you have to go through each one, and the tendency is you just get overloaded and say, I'm not going to use anything.
Right. Right, but you can just bring it all together. Well, you always give us, and those were great hiding solutions too. So they can always contact you. We'll be giving your information here in just a few moments, and we've been flashing it on the screen. But coming up, we have our party favors. We'll hand out the party favors, and we'll make our toast right after the break. So come back with us.